we are again on the yoga mat. I'm going to try again to give 1 hour class.
Yes.
So it's a regular flow class. I will add on, and let's see. Never force the body, but there's a lot to cover in 1 hour, so let's get started. Hands underneath, right hand is underneath the left, thumbs are touching. Lengthening the spine, lifting the heels up, or sit in your comfortable position if this is impossible for you. Always adjust it to your needs. And then lengthen, tailbone goes down, therefore the belly draws slightly in. Lengthen, lift the chest forward and up, and then also lengthen the spine. Chin slightly in, crown of the head is the tallest point of your body at this moment. Let your eyes rest on a point in front of you, the drishti, staring gaze. Take a deep inhale through the nose, filling up the lungs. And while you exhale, activate your bandha. So the more empty you get, mula bandha, the pelvic floor muscles, and 2 fingers below the belly button, pull it in. Inhale deeply. See if you can maintain in an easy way your bandhas. And exhale, if you lost it, reactivate your bandha. Inhale again. Exhaling, activate bandhas, renew the activation. Bring the hands towards your heart, bow the chin in, maybe closing the eyes. Take a view on the inside. What is bubbling up? What is keeping you busy? And from there, let your intention arise. Your intention is personal. Come back from time to time to it. Feel your intention. Seal it in between your hands. And set your intention free, lifting the arms up, blink your eyes open, inhale. Exhale, open the arms. Inhale, come to center. Hands in front of you, all fours. Really make sure that you spread your fingers, not too wide, it's uncomfortable and straining the hands. Then tuck your toes. Really feel the toes tucking, lifting the knees off the floor, and your tailbone's pointing straight back. Use your bandhas, shoulders away from the ears, reach your heart forward. Inhale here. Then on your exhale, hips up and back. Come into your downward facing dog. Drawing the heels towards the floor. Pressing the hands down and forward, turn the triceps towards the back side of the mat. And let your head dangle. No straining in the neck. Draw belly in. Bandhas active. On your inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, stepping right, left in between the hands to the front of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, draw belly in, forward fold, drape over your thighs. Feel your feet, inhale, arms come sideways, lengthen. Exhale, Samastitihi. Surya Namaskara 8. Inhale, rise your arms, lengthen, sideways. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive down, forehead towards the shins. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulders away from ears, peek forward. Exhale, step back, left, right. And lower in your version of Chaturanga, chest forward. Inhale, roll over the toes, upwards facing or your collarbone. Exhale, roll over the toes or stepping down, downwards facing. If you need to move here, bend one knee, take a one, inhale and exhale, so full cycles. Feel that you can hike those hips very, very high to get more room in the spine and in between each vertebrae. And then the other, your breath in, your cycle of breath. Bend the other knee again. If you're a little faster, don't worry about it. And change the last side. Lifting both heels up on your inhale. Exhale, draw the heels down. Slowly. Exhale, gaze forward, prepare. Step, hop or float to the front of the mat and lengthen the spine forward, straighten the legs if you can. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms sideways, lengthen. Exhale, Samasthiti. Arms frontal this time. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, forward fold, coming down. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulders away from hips. Exhale, step, hop or float. Empty out. Inhale, peel the chest, upward facing. Exhale, roll over toes, downward facing and adjust your feet. Breathing here. Find the rhythm of your breath. Find the bandhas. Lift your ribcage away from your hips, your pelvis. And really feel the length. Head is relaxed, face is relaxed. Gaze at the toes, knees, or hike it a little higher towards your belly button. When your exhale is there, gaze travels forward, prepare, bend knees, hop or float or step. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold over thighs, release neck and head. Root to rise, strong feet, arms rise. Lengthen tailbone down, arms up. Exhale, Samasthiti. One more. Inhale, frontal. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, prepare, chaturanga. Empty. Inhale, peel the chest, move the hips towards your hands. Exhale, roll back. Adjust your feet. Hips up and back. Length. Pull the lower belly in. Releasing neck. Just tune in with the body. How does it feel? Always work in the range of the body. No pushing. No suffering there. Sensations are welcome. Sure pain. Never ever. Your exhale. Gaze brings yourself forward. Bend your knees. Step, hop or float. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, forehead to shin. Root to rise, arms sideways, lengthen. Samasthiti. Alright. A little bit of heat already in the body. Use the breath to even one more. Ujjayi breathing. So the little restriction in the back of the throat will give the oceanic sound. It will heat up the body even more. So Ujjayi breathing will give you a little bit more guidance if the breath is there or not. So listen to your own breath if you can hear it and feel it. Not too loud, but also not too soft. Bend your knees. Inhale, arms rise, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold and straighten the legs, Kaigda. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, stepping with your left foot far back, lean the chest forward to step the left foot far back. Then from there, left knee goes towards the floor. Peel the chest on the inhale, away. Exhale, shift your weight back. Reach the chest forward. Breathe. Slowly from here, coming forward on an inhale, hands down, lifting your back knee. Exhale, left leg reaching back, chest forward. Lower. Tops of the feet down. Inhale will bring you up, rotate shoulders back and down. Exhale, roll over toes, downward facing. Your exhale, bring the gaze forward. Lift up the heels, bend knees, prepare, step or hop, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, coming in Utkatasana, arms rise, inhale. Exhale, hands go down, straighten the legs, which is possible for you. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, right heel goes up to the buttocks. Bend your left knee, reach the chest forward while you reach the right leg back and lower the right knee. Reaching on the inhale, the chest forward and up. Exhale, shift the weight back. Half Hanuman. Keep the hips square, right hip forward, left hip back. Breathing. Slowly leaning forward on the inhale. Hands flat onto the floor, lift your right knee. Left leg on the exhale, back and lower down, Chaturanga, your version. Inhale, peel the chest, open. Exhale, moving back, downward facing. Turn the triceps to the back side of the mat. Open the shoulder blades. Work in the range from your shoulder girdle. Many muscles are involved there. And not hanging in your shoulder heads. The tender spot. On your exhale, bring the gaze forward. Prepare to hop or step forward. Inhale, hop forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Release the head down. Bend your knees on the inhale, arms rise. Utkatasana. Exhale, stay here. Hands go behind your back and interlace. Inhale, peel the chest, almost straight elbows. Exhale, fold over your thighs. Drop the head. And now straighten the legs as much as you can. Keep leaning in the ball of the foot. Bend your knees. Rise your head and your chest away from your thighs. Coming back to the previous. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands down. Left foot steps back, far back, reach your chest forward. Lowering slowly. Lowering the left knee. This time, inhale, rise those arms. Finding the balance between working in the hips and sinking in the hips. Tucking slightly your tailbone under so you activate your left hip flexor. Keep pulling the right heel in towards the left knee. Maybe even higher with the arms. Maybe the gaze is higher, going higher, higher. And then exhale, hands on the hips. And shift back. Right hip back. Left hip forward, and of course you're breathing. From here, right foot goes down onto the floor. Find your balance, find your bandhas. And then from here, lifting the left knee off the floor. Arms rise, inhaling. Exhale, turn the left foot 90 degrees. Open it up into warrior one. Shoulders over your hips. Not something like this. Shift it back. Feel the hip overs, rotate the thigh outward. Rotate the left thigh outward. Slowly from here, reaching, inhale forward, lifting, and then exhale, reverse the warrior. Inhale one more time, and then exhale, bend deeper into your right knee. Slowly, windmill on the exhale, when you're there, hands down, shoot your right leg back, and lower. Inhale brings you up, bring the hips towards your heels of the hands. Exhale, moving back, downwards facing. Find the rhythm of the breath. If of any time you need to take child's pose, please do. If you want to skip vinyasas, go ahead, no problem. Adjust this class to your needs, your practice, your body. So take that responsibility. Your exhale will bring the gaze forward to prepare. Bend knees, start the inhale, hop forward, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, release down. Bend your knees, arms rise. Utkatasana. Exhale, hands go down. Interlace those fingers behind your back, peeling the chest away. Lean into the heels. Now exhale, drape your chest onto your thighs. And coming forward, now lean more into the ball of the foot. Release the head and the neck. Slowly bend your knees. Exhaling. Inhale, peel the chest. Exhale here. Inhale, rise those arms up. Utkatasana. Exhale, hands down. So now, left leg steps back. Inhale, reaching chest forward, left leg back. Plant the back foot, exhaling, knee down. Inhale, rise your arms. Feel the breath going in and out through the nose. Lengthening it sideways, maybe wiggle a little to create more room. Maybe even go for a little back bend, but stay in the feel of your left hip flexor. Strong in the bandhas. And exhale. Hands go onto your hips. Sorry. And then shifting back. Oh yes. I think I did the same foot. Doesn't matter. From here, right foot steps down. Inhale, lengthen, left foot goes 90 degrees, arms out, and a capital letter. Inhale, coming forward, hands flips. Exhale, move it back, but keep sinking. Inhale, reach your right arm over your left ear, right ear line, and then exhale, sink deeper. One more inhale. Exhale. Inhale back to warrior two. Exhale, hands down, shoot your right leg back, and move forward. Inhale, peel the chest open. Exhale, move back, downward facing. So now we have to do everything on the left side 2 times. But first, find your breath. When your exhale is there, bring the gaze forward, prepare to hop forward. Inhale, hop forward, soft landing, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, come in Utkatasana on the inhale, rise your arms. On the exhale, interlace those fingers behind your back. Inhale, peel the chest. Exhale, chest onto your thighs. Then dive the head down, arms overhead. And straighten the legs, release your neck, breathing. Bend your knees. Inhale, peel the chest. Exhale there. Inhale, rise your arms frontal. Utkatasana, belly draws in. Exhale, hands go down. Now, right leg goes back. Reach the chest forward. Step it back. And the exhale, we'll bring the knee down. Inhale, arms rise up, lengthen. First straight up. Then feel if you can wiggle for a little bit more room. Keep the bandhas working and maybe feel a little bit more back. Head comes last. Exhale, hands go toward your hips, shifting your weight back. Hips in one line. So right hip forward. Left hip back. From here, inhale, step your left foot down, lifting the right knee, turning the right foot out. Arms come up into your warrior two. Take a breather here to adjust your posture. Thigh, turn it outward. Right thigh, turn it also out and back. Inhale, lean forward, flipping the hands, lift up. Exhale here. Inhale, reach this left arm over your left ear line. Exhale, sink deeper to your left knee. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale will bring you back to warrior two. Exhale, windmill the arms, framing front foot. Shoot your left leg back. lower. Inhale, open the chest, back bend. Exhale, move back, downward facing. So don't worry about it if you're a little faster, a little slower. Pay attention to your breath. Bandhas, your drishti, the steadiness of the mind. And just flow. When your exhale is there, gaze travels forward, prepare to hop or step. Start the inhale, hop, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Come in Utkatasana, inhaling. Exhale, hands interlaced behind your back. Peel the chest on an inhale. Exhale, chest to thighs. Straightening the legs, release the neck, arms come up and overhead. Inhale, bend the knees. Arms rise, or no, stay with the same interlacement. Exhale here. Inhale, release. Arms go up. Exhale, hands plant. Reach the chest forward, lift your right leg again, up and lengthen the chest forward to step far back. Lower the knee. Inhale, reaching your arms, feel the traction between the knee and your left heel. Lift it, long spine. Maybe going for your back bend if you wish. Head comes back last. Keep the breath. Exhale, hands towards your hips. Shifting your weight back, flexing your left foot. Reach your heart forward, keep the hips in one line with each other. Hip points pointing forward, not one, a little bit more back than the other. Then inhale, left foot steps, lifting your right knee, turn your right foot out, and open those arms, warrior two. Tucking your pelvis slightly under, tailbones pointing down. Open, it's a hip opener, so open the thighs and feel something happening in the hip area. Inhale, leaning forward, flip your hands, lifting up and over. Exhale, sink a little deeper through your left knee. Inhale and exhale. Inhale brings you back to warrior two. And an exhale, windmill the hands down. Shoot your foot back, lower. That's a long exhale. Inhale, peel the chest, so long inhale two. Exhale, moving back, downward facing. Good job. Let's continue, but now right and left, alternating. Catching your breath. Watching the steadiness of your mind. It's logic that you have fluctuations. That's the whole thing with yoga. To calm the mind by moving the body on the breath. Head, body, heart connected. When your exhale is there, gaze travels forward, prepare yourself to step forward, start inhale, hop forward, soft landing, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, rise arms, Utkatasana, squeeze the knees. Exhale, hands interlace. Inhale, peel the chest. Maybe take another interlacement. Oh, stranger's hand, right? And exhale, fold. Chest onto your thighs, ribcage, and then straighten the legs, arms come overhead. From here, bend your knees again, feel the ribcage onto your thighs, looking, peeking forward, open the chest, Utkatasana with bind hands. Exhale. Inhale, rise your arms. Exhale, hands down. Left heel towards the buttocks. Reach the chest forward and then step it down. Left knee onto the floor. Rise your arms on the inhale. Lengthen. Exhale, bring the hands towards the hips And shift them back, flex your right foot, dorsiflex. Stepping on the inhale, the right foot down, turn the left foot out, come up into your warrior two. Leaning forward, inhale, flip your hands, coming all the way up and over. Exhaling, deepen the bend in your right leg. Now while you're here, inhale, straighten the right leg. And then exhale, coming into Trikonasana. Inhale, lengthen, prepare. Exhale, shift your right hip back, left hip. Reach, 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 reach. Don't go down yet. Now sink your arm down and bring the left arm up. You can hook the big toe if you want. You can place the hand on the floor. You can lean the hand on your shin bone. Whatever it is for you, stay here. Reaching through the crown of the head, tucking your tailbone towards your left heel and opening this left hip. Gaze goes up towards the top hand, the left hand, and extend in every direction, especially the direction from your right thigh, side, right sideways. Exhale brings the gaze down. Inhale brings the arms back. You're straight up. Exhale, bend your knee, windmill those hands. Shoot your right leg back. Lean the heart forward and lower. Inhale, peel the chest. Exhale, move back. Downward facing. Coming back to your breath. Your breathing, rhythmic, soothing. Like a pendulum. Rhythmic breath. Is your neck relaxed? Face relaxed? Good. Your exhale brings the gaze forwards to prepare. Lift heels, bend knees. Inhale, hop forward, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold, release. Bend your knees. Inhale brings the arms up, Utkatasana, niet Atkatasana. And then exhale, hands interlace. Take the other interlacement again. Whoa. Inhale, peel the chest, tuck your tailbone slightly, not so hollow spine, but slightly tucked, so Bandha's working. Exhale, rib cage onto your thighs, so you can bend your knees more if you have to. Then start straightening those legs. Arms come up and over. Good. So the more you do this, the more warm you get. Keep breathing. And you feel that you get a little bit more room in the body. That's good. Working your range. Bend your knees. Inhale, we'll peel the chest off your thighs. Tucking tailbone. Exhale here. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, hands go down. Now, right heel lifts. Reach the chest forward. Inhale, step your right foot back. Lower the knee. Inhale, arms rise. See where you can go to. Exhale, hands on hips and shift in the same time back. Hips pointing forward and they're next to each other. Step your left foot down, lifting the right knee, turn your right foot out. Windmill those arms open, warrior two, adjust your stance if you have to. Inhale, bring this left hand over forward, flip it, and then reverse. Breathing. Now exhale, sink a little deeper in your left knee. And then inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale here. Inhale, arms up in a capital letter T. Exhale, shift your left hip back. Reach your left waist long. Keep the left waist long, leaning forward, not down. When you cannot reach anymore, now you go down. Keep the left waist side long. Right arm is up. When you're ready, bring the gaze up towards your right hand. Turning the right hip up and back. feeling the ground underneath you. Extend in every direction you can think of. Crown, tailbone, hip, right heel, left foot into the left hip, right arm up, left arm down. Making length. Your exhale, bring the gaze down. Inhale, coming back to this T-shape in Trikonasana. Exhale, bend your left knee, windmill those arms, shoot your left leg back, lower. Inhale, peeling chest, full of air. Exhale, move back, downward facing. Good job. Okay, we're going to change it up a little. Exhale, bring the gaze forward. I take my hands a little bit more back. So I have a narrow down doggy. I look forward, I bend my knees, and I want to sit on my buttocks, however you get there. So bend your knees, cross the ankles, whoop, and lift, and then sit your buttocks down. And otherwise, if you got stuck somewhere, drag them now through. Hands are here. Be careful with your neck. This neck part stays off the floor. So take your time, dorsiflex your feet, knees are up, toes are pointing up, so not flaring out. Hands go forward, lengthen the spine, and now start hollowing. Belly in. So a front hollow belly, front hollow body in the front side, rounded spine at the back side. And just go down. Back side of the skull onto the floor. Point your toes like a ballerina. And now see if you can lift both legs at the same time in a corner of 90 degrees from thigh to the belly. If it didn't work, bend the knees and then straighten them out. Now keep the legs nice and charged, pointing the toes up. Now press with the hands, lifting yourself up. Bend your elbows and take the elbows in the same line as your shoulders, so not flaring out, but straight behind them. Hands on your lower back. Pull the legs up with the strength of the belly. Lengthen, lengthen the crown of the head towards the back side of the mat. Find your midline. Stack the ankle on top of the knee, on top of your hips. So don't try to stay in a corner with the thigh and the belly. You need to use your core, your muscles, the bandhas. And there we are. Your Sirsasana. Slowly from here, toes go towards the floor. They don't have to touch. They may, but they don't have to touch. Keep your sit bones up towards the sky. Don't start rounding them towards the back wall or the back side of the mat. Keep lengthening your sit bones. Now hands flat onto the floor. Rolling down. Now bend your knees. And then from here, opening the knees, little momentum, and come in a Yogi Squat. All. So you roll down vertebrae by vertebrae, and then you come into a Yogi Squat. Open the knees to get your chest through. Once you're in your Yogi Squat, so the front of the mat, so we were rolling to the front of the mat. You got it? So there we are. Hands are forward. Now, hands can go down, lifting the booty high, turn the toes to the front of the mat. Halfway lift on your inhale. Exhale, forward fold. So your feet are about hip width apart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bear squat. So your torso stays almost parallel with the floor. Chush goes back, reach those arms forward and look about 70 centimeters in front of you. Hug the knees kind of in, and now sink lower, lower, lower. You're all so close to the floor, maybe you do not need your hands. Sit on your buttocks, then bring the legs up into a V shape. Yes. Then from there, rolling down, vertebrae by vertebrae, shaking is good. Hands go down. The back of the skull goes down. Neck stays free. Lifting up, coming back into your candle. Find the midline immediately. Take a couple of breathers. Is your breath there? If not, get it back or make it easier. And in that case, then yes, you can have a little dent, a corner from the thigh to your belly. So you do your best. Now, keep the sit bones high. Just fold the legs from the hips, so not rounding the spine. And the toes can touch, but they don't have to. Hands down. Now roll the spine from the upper back to the mid back. When your lower back is onto the floor, bend your knees. Take a little momentum. Whoops, and come into your Yogi Squat. Reach those hands forward. Good. Your feet can be open. It's a little easier than when you keep your feet closed. So hands on the inside. Hands in front of the heart. And now, a little bit of hip opener. So now press the elbows in the insides of your knees. And now at the same time, press those knees in the same amount back into the elbows. And then lengthen that spine as much as you can. Lengthen. Hands go down. Toes point forward, lifting the buttocks nice and high. And go to your forward fold on the exhale. Inhale, bear squat. Lower the buttocks. Now start peeking forward. Bring the arms in your ear line. Try to be with the upper body and your arms in the horizontal line of the floor. Now sink your booty deeper, deeper, deeper. We do the same thing again. Booty down onto the floor. Maybe you do not need your hands. Then don't use your hands. Both pose, Nirvasana. Or straighten the legs, so adjust it to your level. Lengthen, lift the chest as best as you can. And now start lowering to low boat. Keep the legs. Only the upper body, shaking is good. Take it slow. Hands can go down, legs are still up. Lifting up into your candle. Reach the crown of the head back. Lengthen, lengthen. Moving on the exhale, the toes towards the floor. You don't have to touch. Don't look sideways, only up to the tip of your nose. Then the hands go flat onto the floor, rolling vertebrae by vertebrae down. Once you're there, bend your knees, lower back, bend your knees, coming forward and take. Now, hands down, I step down. I need a mat a little longer, 3 meters I think. And there you are. So, take your seat down. Take your feet open. You have the option to stay here. We're going to play a little. And we're going to make this in a funky flow. It's already a funky flow. Hands go down. Now from here, place your hand, the middle of the hand, exactly underneath your shoulders. Not too wide, not too narrow. You need to make a triangle with your head. Okay. So underneath, grip the mat with your fingers and the first knuckles. Feel the hands. Now from here, go forward. It feels like a baby crow, but you're going to plant your head in front of your fingertips, in the middle of the mat. Then once you're there, you can lift your booty up, press the shoulders into the sockets, and maybe you want to place your knees on the elbows or on your upper arms. When you have that, toes together or the instep of the foot together. Stay here. If you want to continue, let the knees come together and then lifting up. My heels stay at my buttocks. My knees are starting to lift, so it's a little bit different to go up. Be strong. You can still stay in Malasana if you want, or with the elbows on the arms. And there you go, in your headstand. Regulate your breathing. Press into the hands, press into the shoulders. Let the shoulder girdle work. Not so much weight in the head. And then from there, lower the heels towards the buttocks. Bring the knees back in towards your armpits, and then let's lift up the head off the floor. Titter totter. Maybe you are in crow. Maybe you tap the floor and then come back in crow. And then just step your feet down. So if you were still in Yogi Squat, then we're now all together. Okay. Hands down. Lifting the booty up. I have a little space, so I want to sit through. So I take my feet together. I look when I want to land, where I want to go to. Bend your knees. Come to your booty. And sit down. Or just drag one leg through and then the other. Hands go forward one more time. You take your version. Round the spine. Belly draws in. Hollow front body. Rounded back body. Hands down onto the floor. Back side of the skull onto the floor. Press your shoulder blades onto the floor. Puff up your chest. Lifting both legs or bend the knees. Now, when you're in a 90-degree corner, lifting, press with the hands, lifting up. Bend the elbows. Come up into your candle. Exhale. Legs go down. Sit bones stay high. When you have reached your point, extend your arms. Then from there, vertebrae by vertebrae, upper back, mid back, lower back. Now bend the knees. Take a little momentum. Oh, yes. Take a little scoot back. You can say Malasana. You can go for your crow pose if you want. So you can take a crow instead of headstand. That's fine. You can take crow. And then from crow you go to a headstand, or you go to a headstand. Lifting knees, and then like a jackknife, flicking open. Taking the breath here, nice and easy. Drishti at the point of your nose. Legs engaged. Time to come back, take it easy. Bend your knees. Maybe you want to stay, then stay. And bring the knees in. Round your spine. Round your spine. Transfer the weight to the hands. Grip the floor. Crow pose. Maybe from there you want to chute back. You don't have to. Lower. Inhale, coming to the peel. Exhale, moving back. All right. Taking the knees down. Feel the heels. Good job. If it doesn't work right away, don't worry. Just enjoy wherever you are, or just enjoy the view. Forehead towards the floor, sinking the buttocks onto the heels. If your forehead is not touching the floor, take a block. And take the block to rest so your buttocks is grounded. Let all the muscles be soft. Feel the swirls in the body. I always talk about sensations. It's never sharp, but it's sensational. And through sensations, we can breathe. We can also choose to make it easier, so then the breath comes back. So play with your edges, but don't cross them. Slowly from here, rounding the spine back up. Head comes up last, stacking shoulders over hips, and then the head on top of the shoulders. Hands onto the hips, coming into an upright seat, onto the knees. And from there, taking your right leg, maybe use the arms for balance. As slowly as you can get it, step it to the front of the mat, bandhas. So step it on your time to the front of the mat. Heel first, then the whole foot. Now pull the heel towards your left knee. And then sinking the hips, feel your left hip flexor again. Probably you're going a lot deeper than the start of the class. Arms rise up. Oh, again here. Lengthen. Reach up, 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 up. Hands in prayer. Left elbow on the outside of your right knee. Press into the prayer hands. Lengthen. You can stay here, or you can tuck your back left toe. Then if you want to tuck your back left toe, fine, lifting the knee then as well. Press into the prayer hands so your hands come in line with your midline of the body. Staying here. Keeping the hips square. So don't sway out the hip all the way to the right side. Keep the right hip back and keep your torso to the right side. So it's a deep twist. If you want to even go deeper, if your knee is down, you can also go for this one. Left hand goes underneath and finds as far towards your left side waist. Right arm goes up. Turn the hand palm around and find the bind. Interlace the fingers or hold your shirt. Now instead of dumping the weight into your right thigh, lifting the chest away, peeling the right shoulder open and away towards the left side of the mat, and peek up. Are you breathing? Are you charging the legs? Are you using the floor? Are you using the bandhas? Enough. Gaze back on an exhale. Inhale, let the arms go. Exhale, hands in prayer. Inhale, press the hands. Exhale, step your left knee back. Inhale, arms rise. Oh. Exhale, hands back. On your knees. All fours. Different vinyasa or skip it. So coming forward. Then chest down. Take your left leg up. Lean with your chest and very lightly with your chin. You can support your right foot with your right foot, your left thigh, or you just keep it nice and high. Now, slither forward, coming up in cobra. Watch the elbows go back, shoulder blades go down the back, and the head goes up last. Exhale, child's pose first. Remember the buttocks on the heels. Remember that you can take a block and not favoring the head to go to the floor and there's a lot of space or a little space. First the buttocks onto the heels, heavy grounding, then the forehead down. Slowly from here, drag the arms towards you, rounding the spine. Coming up to an upright seat, take as many breaths as you need. And there we are. Hands to the hips. So instead of like sitting up like this, so pulling the upper body forward and then go like, just you sitting straight here, bandhas are active. Keep it like this. Just go up. Whoa, you felt that in your side, in your quads? So one more time. Charge, tailbone long, draw belly in, bandhas. Chest forward, up. Yes, good. Now your charge, keep the charge. Now you can go slow. Left leg rising, difficult side this is. Heel first, then the whole, the rest of the foot. And I'm leaning forward. Oh yeah. Inhale, rise your arms. Lot of air. Pull this left heel towards your right knee. Exhale, twist right elbow over the left knee. Inhale, peel the chest away from the thigh and exhale, gaze up. Feel free to stay here. If you want more, you can tuck the back toe. If you even want to have more, but don't dump the weight from your upper body on your thigh. My hands are down here. You want to get them in the center line. If you want, you can lift in up the right knee and then peel and press. If you want to go for the bind, first gaze down, then bring the right hand underneath, maybe help it. Left arm goes up, swirl it around, find your hands. Inhale, chest forward to the front of the mat. Exhale. Left shoulder moves back. Work with the bandhas. Charging legs. Exhale, gaze down. Knee down. Inhale. Coming up with the arms, sweep it up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale. Left knee next to the right. And then from here, shifting the weight forward, shooting your right leg back. Chest onto the floor in between the thumbs. Lifting the right leg up. Maybe supported with the left big toe. And then from here, push into the hands. Slither forward immediately in cobra. Inhaling. Exhale. Child's pose. Good job. Not easy. Winding down. 2 more full cycles of breath. My hands are still forward. On my next inhale, I lift up to tabletop. Exhale here, stabilize. No sinking of the belly. So shoot your sit bones and your tailbone straight back. And let your heart come forward through your upper arms. Right arm on an inhale, peel. Watch your hip, it wants to go out to the right. Looks nice on the picture maybe, but hike your right hip back. Twist with the upper body. Exhale, right hand behind the left wrist and place your shoulder in the midline of your mat. Looking up towards the sky. Press this right arm down. Left fingertips in front of your face. Watch it, not the ear on the mat. The back side of your skull where your ponytail used to be sitting. Watch your hips. Are your hips in line? Press with the right arm. Left arm might go up if you wish. Look up to your left fingers. Left hip, move it back in space. It wants to hike forward to the front of the mat. Left shoulder into the socket. If you want more, turn. Go for a bind. Find the inside of your right leg. Peel this left shoulder open. If you want more, tuck your left toe. Slide the left leg back. Now keep the hips square, very important, otherwise you fall. You're very close to the floor, so nothing happens if you fall. Lifting the left foot off the floor, an inch, 30 centimeters, or at the level of your hips. Work the bandhas. Good, good. Are you breathing? Point the foot. Bring the left knee back towards the floor. Squaring still the hips. Come out of the bind if you had it with the left arm. Exhale, plant the left hand flat on the floor. Inhale, peel the right arm up. Whoa. Exhale, bring it back down. Other side. Left arm reaching. Watch your hips. Let the upper body work. Exhale, left hand behind the right wrist. Plant the left shoulder in the midline of the mat. Watch your right hip, move it back in space. Fingertips in front of your face, looking up towards your elbow. Then, right arm if you want, can go up. Press with your left hand on the floor, that's a base. If you want more, turn the hand palm out. An internal rotation, and then go for the grip on the inside of your left leg. Peeling the right shoulder open, keep looking up. If you want more, tuck your right toe. Slide it to the back side of the mat so the knee is off the floor. Keep your hips square, bandhas, bandhas, and then start lifting. Use this left hand. Oh, this is a difficult side for me. Don't fall. Charging, breathing. If you fall, try it again. And then point the foot, bring the knee back. Be a stable right arm can go up to the sky. Right hand flat onto the floor, not on the fingertips anymore. Inhale, peel up and open. Hips stay square. Exhale, down. Now, you can just shimmy your knees forward, come sit it on your buttocks, or you can do a mini sit through if you wish. For the ones who have a little bit more energy, not me. And then going onto your buttocks. Okay. One hour, I said. Let me first check. I'm winding down, but I want to do some belly. No, 1 hour, I said. Keep yourself to it. So, we're winding down. Yoo-hoo! Round spine. Flex your feet. Feel where you get difficulties. Smile at them. And you got so much nicer. Here is difficult. Yes. And then you lay down. Bend both knees. Feet flat onto the floor. Now crisscross your ankles. Take the knees into your chest really close. Maybe your tailbone will lift or your sacred bone, that's fine. Take now your ankles, not your toes, because you start sickling in the ankles. So take your ankles, and then from there, just crossing a little bit more the knees, and then just move the left foot to the right side of the mat. You will not go far, and the right foot towards the left side. So it's a funky cross, and you feel something happening in the hips. Is that correct? Chest and the thighs are really close to each other. And hold the ankles, not the outside of the feet. Draw now the belly in. Oh yeah. Let's lengthen your sacred bone down. Let's bring your shoulder blades down. Okay. Release. Other side. So right crosses over left. Take the outside of the ankles. And then finding... where can you bring? So chest, knees in, your sacred bone is lifting, pointing the toes, and then just stay here a little. Draw the belly in. As close you can get the thighs towards your chest, and still maintaining flat spine onto the floor. One more cycle of breath. And then release. Keep the knees very close into the chest. Open your arms in the capital letter T or cactus arm. That depends on the room you have. Keep the knees fairly close to the chest. And then roll to the left side with the knees. Let them rest on a block if you don't make it. But right shoulder needs to be down. So if you have to be here, then just take a block underneath the knee, so you elevate the floor, and then it's so much easier. Then over time, when you release the muscle tension, then probably you can get rid of the block and still maintaining. Instead of always going with the knees down towards hip height, stay now this time really close to your armpit or your elbow. And then just adjust it with the block. So it's a different twist in a different part of the spine. We will do the other one too. So where do you feel this one? Gaze over towards the right hand. And then the gaze comes back to the sky. One by one the knees come back. If you use the block, move it to the other side. Knees close to your chest. Moving the knees towards your right elbow. Lean on it. And then let your left shoulder go down. If you want a little more, you can wave with your right arm, your left thigh down, and then release the muscles. And looking over to the left side, feeling the twist. Where do you feel this one in the spine? Slowly coming back, gaze back first, then one by one the knees back. Okay, so step the soles of the feet down, readjust yourself on the mat by lifting the shoulders up, lifting the hips up. Now, the right leg to the sky, bend at the knee and just cross your ankle over. Now, move the knees to the left side. And now you're a bit lower with the knees, so not so close. So the twist is still deep. But where do you feel it now? Drape the right shoulder down onto the floor. Releasing. Maybe if you want a little bit more activation, a little bit more stretch, move your top right hip towards the front of the mat where we used to look at. The knees don't have to come onto the floor, but it's nice to have some support from the floor or a block. And bring the gaze back. Bring the knees back. Step your right foot down, readjust your spine, lifting the hips, lifting the shoulders, lifting the hips, lifting the shoulders. Yes, spine is neutralized. Left leg goes up towards the sky as Charlie Chaplin. Left ankle over the right knee. Move the knees towards the right side. Find the floor or a block and gaze over towards the left. Now again, surrender the muscles, let them go. No action, no charge. And if you want a little bit more, then just visualize that you move your left top hip towards the front of the mat. And you feel that you get a little bit more stretch. No pain here, no engagement. Just you and your breath and the gravity. Let gravity do the work. Bring the gaze back. Bring the knees back. Onto the knees. And then reset your spine again, lifting the hips, wiggling the shoulders, lifting the hips, crisscross the ankles. Okay, lift your head, look at your ankles, and then from there start rock and rolling. 1, 2, 3, and one more, 4. Now turn around. Crisscross the other ankle on top. Hold the ankles. Inhale, roll back. Exhale up. Inhale back. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and stay. Take your time. Maybe just stay here with your hands on your ankles. Find your spine onto the floor. And letting the feet go towards the outer edges of your mat and drop the knees in so the spine is supported. You can stay here or you can go to your Shavasana. Open the legs, take some space if you have it. And roll your shoulders under. And then releasing, softening. Go back to a regular nose breathing. Let the skin soften. Let the muscles soften. Let the joints be soft. Let your bones be soft. Feel the floor. And while you feel the floor, let the mind come at ease. Let your heartbeat come to rest. let your body rest. Couple of breathers here. I will wake you up. So enjoy your savasana. Feel the belly rise and fall on the rhythmic movement of your breath. If your next inhale is there, sipping the air into your lungs as full as you can get them. Inflate, take a little more. Open the mouth, exhale. Empty, hold the way. One more. Breathe in through the nose. A little bit more extension. Outward, front and back, and down and up. When you're full, slight hold. Open the mouth, release. Regular breathing. Your awareness goes to your feet, your hands and fingers. Small movements in the fingers, maybe just rubbing the fingers, maybe just rubbing the feet over each other. Yes, feel the sensations coming back. Then let it go inward towards your knees and your elbows. Then from the knees into the hips. Maybe you want to hug your arms around. Maybe you want to rock from side to side. Maybe you want to plant your feet flat onto the floor and lift one time your hips up like in a bridge. And then arms overhead and stretch it out. And from there, bring the arms back. Maybe a couple more moves, feel free. But if you're ready, come laying onto your right side. And when you're on your right side, take your time. Come sideways and up. So press with your hands, lengthen your top leg, and come to a seated position of your choosing. So, beginning till end, a whole journey. Now, come back to your intention. Bow your head towards your heart Closing the eyes. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, open your arms. Let your intention where you worked with, that you set out in towards the earth, heavens, universe. Gather it in your arms. Let it fall in. Inhale again, lifting your arms. Exhale, seal it into your heart. From my heart to yours. Namaste. Thank you.